Greetings, YouTube. We are less than a couple hours into the new week of Alliance Quest, and my inbox in the Line app is already blowing up with complaints of a particular pattern that I've heard from weeks. But I haven't made a video because I wanted to be patient. And even though I have major trust issues and probably always will have major trust issues with my life because of a company that constantly tells me one thing and does another, I still was hopeful that at some point, just give another week, we would see the final predicted / promised mini boss in Alliance Quest Map 5. Now, I think part of why people really want to see this boss is they want to see the Adaptoids back, and they also want to see someone besides Morningstar and Hyperion. Keep in mind, since Season 6 started, if your Alliance doesn't run Map 5, you might be unaware of this. We started out with the Hyperion mini that was so problematic they actually had to kind of nerf him. Then Morningstar, then Hype again, then last week Morningstar, and now we're back to Hyperion. So it feels like there's only two mini bosses in the Map 5 circulation. But when in doubt, go back to the original source of what Kabam told us was the early look of Alliance Quest Season 6, and way back on May 17th, the MCOC team put out this nice, handy, dandy diagram that we shall scroll down and read together so that you understand why so many people are confused and even frustrated. When you scroll down, you see these new mini bosses. Map 5 is the third from the bottom. Morningstar, we've seen. Hyperion, thankfully, looks a little bit different now. We've seen. Scarlet Witch, 200% champion boost, 200% health boost, 3 cornered, 3 buffet, and that's on section 1. And then you get the cornered buffet and an enhanced special 1, which should be very easy to dodge as her specials are extremely easy to just use dexterity. And 300% health boost is kind of the big jump as well. Cornered and buffet apparently remain the same, although I shouldn't say buffet. In America, we say buffet, but everyone says Buffett, like Jimmy Buffett. So I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm guessing it's one of those two things. So yeah, we've got these notes. Now, keep in mind, it says this is subject to change. So the question becomes, does that little disclaimer in the last sentence of the above paragraph before the Alliance Quest Season 6 mini-boss information diagram, does that mean that they just decided to take out Scarlet Witch altogether? Maybe they thought that it was a much easier mini-boss comparatively to Morningstar and especially Hyperion, and so they're opting to maybe make more money off of alliances by continuing to cycle through Hyperion. I don't know. I know that Scarlet Witch, on paper, is far easier to beat than the other two. And I was actually kind of excited when I saw Scarlet Witch because I thought, that shouldn't be too bad. But maybe they thought that too, and now they're just choosing to ignore it. Either way, even if they did that, even if we'll never see a Scarlet Witch boss in Map 5 of Season 6 of Alliance Quest, which is their choice, it'd be kind of a bummer, but it's their choice, they still need to come out and address it, right? Because after 6 weeks of basically what was promised for a third of the mini bosses of Map 5 being completely gone, they can't just ignore it. And I say this until I'm blue in the face, and then I continue to say it. It's really important that a company that prides itself on transparency actually follows through. Actions are important. Words are cheap. And so far, even this post here, if you are looking at it and you're thinking, I don't remember seeing this. Well, it was on the forums, right? It wasn't the full post in the in-game inbox. And maybe that's because they don't have enough room in the in-game inbox. I have no idea. I can't really speak to that. Maybe they think that forums are a better way because you can reply with comments, even though lately we have seen that people who reply with comments, even if they're just constructive and not rude or, dare I say, profane, they still could easily be silenced and or banned from the forums, which of course then disencourages and discourages. Disencourages is actually not a word. I don't think it's a word. I should say discourages. It discourages people from actually commenting their thoughts, which is also the opposite of constructive dialogue, and transparency, which is a shame but also a pattern of behavior. So I don't really have a solution to this other than just hoping that these kind of videos will get Kabam's attention and they will at least address it. I would encourage those of you who haven't been silenced on the forums to maybe ask them, because that will hopefully force them to at least respond. It is very strange that 1/3 on average of the Alliance Quest minis for map 5 were supposed to be Scarlet Witch, and 5 weeks in we have 0 Scarlet Witch weeks. The adaptoids are also pretty easy. This should be the easy week of map 5. And again, maybe that's why they've chosen to ditch the plan, because if they're looking to increase the difficulty of Alliance Quest to make more money, to have people have to buy revives or potions or use their glory or their units on those, then they don't want an easy week. And even though the Hyperion is more manageable, it can still wreck you pretty fast, especially on day 4 and day 5. So there you have it, YouTube. What are your theories on this? Or, do you not really care? I don't know. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. Have a fantastic Wednesday.